Now, this is my favorite one by far. This is my favorite matchup. So, I've put together a list of matchups, unranked matchups that I want to see in the UFC within the next, these guys' next three fights, I'll say. These are realistic matchups, fun matchups, really intriguing matchups that I think a lot of people would agree. A lot of people will want to see. Like, I can imagine that if you put them all on one fight night card, even though they're unranked, people will love the card. I've done this from bantamweight to middleweight, because when I look through the flyweight matchups, or the flyweight rankings, the heavyweight rankings, and the light heavyweight rankings, I didn't really see any matchups that I would want to see. Any guys that intrigue me, there wasn't much. So these guys are really just from bantamweight to middleweight, but you guys will love these matchups. First matchup, bantamweight, Peyton Talbot versus Montel Jackson. These two are tall bantamweights. Peyton Talbot's a forward pressured striker, likes to kind of break his opponents, can counter strike really well, has lots of power in his hands. Montel Jackson's a counter striker. He's more kind of tries to hold the center, doesn't mind being backed up, but has heavy hands as well. Really good countering ability, really accurate. Montel Jackson actually has heavyweight size. He has bigger hands than Francis Ngannou, I heard, which is insane. A bantamweight having that is crazy. But what was I saying? Yeah, forward pressure guys, good striking, powerful striking. Montel Jackson has the most knockdowns in the US in like bantamweight. Like, he's had like consecutive knockdowns in all his bantamweight fights. Peyton Talbot has taken out good prospects like Cameron Simon. Both coming off similar KOs in 20 seconds where they just 1-2 down the pipe, knock their opponent out. This one's interesting to me because Peyton Talbot obviously has been able to wall people down each fight, break them, KO them. But I don't know if he can do this to Montel Jackson. Montel Jackson has too much power. He's used to maybe backing up and then countering. Is Montel Jackson going to be able to deal with a guy that's just under pressure like this? I watched this fight with Julio Arce. It caused him a lot of trouble to land until he eventually got the knockdown. Can he deal with that Peyton Talbot pressure? These two are going to blend perfectly. Peyton Talbot is going to go under pressure. Montel Jackson is going to be backing up. It's going to be interesting to see who gets the respect first, really. Who lands the fatal blow first, because both of them can put each other around. A prediction, I'll say, I think Montel will win. Obviously, Peyton Talbot, I do like him, but I think that he doesn't respect the power of his opponents, whereas I think Montel will respect the power of Talbot, be more cautious, and then just be more precise. Whereas Peyton Talbot might just walk into one of Montel's punches because he's just dead set on walking him down. So I do think Montel Jackson will win that one. Yeah, I'll say Montel Jackson. Moving on to featherweight, Joanderson Brito versus Gene Silva. This makes more sense now, seeing what Gene Silva's done in the past 2 weeks, KOing Charles Jourdain, finishing Drew Dober with the cut. Joanderson, both of these guys, both crazy Brazilians. Joanderson's more of that Brazilian marauder side that we see from like guys from Charles Oliveira, and a lot of these Brazilians from back in the day. Gene Silva is part of the Fighting Nerds, a team that I really like. He has they all have a similar striking style. It's like they've mimicked Conor, like old school Conor. They're very distance management heavy, pop shots. All of them are like athletic, have power in their hands. This will be interesting. Probably, it's more of like I think Gene Silver will win. Just because I think Joanderson Brito isn't as polished as a striker. I think Gene Silver is more polished. He'll do a better job of defending, picking his shots. He has power as well. Whereas Joanderson is just full-on aggressive power, just violent. But if Joanderson mixes in the grappling, I always see like in his fights, he likes to get like a body lock, clinch, throw knees, doesn't mind wrestling, he has submissions. So if you can do that to Gene Silver, it might wear him out. But also, Gene Silver has shown that he has good cardio. He went to Denver in 2 weeks, on 2 weeks' notice, fresh, even into the third round. So it will be interesting. And he defended takedowns against Strudover as well. He has good takedown defense. So it would be interesting, but mainly just because they're both very crazy guys. I would pick Gene Silver, though, because he's obvious takedown defense and he's just a better striker than Joanderson Brito. Lightweight. So now I've got 3 fights for this. I couldn't choose which one was the best, but these are my 3 fights. So another fighting nerd, Mauricio Rufy taking on Orobai, Mixabek Orobai. This is the real Conor versus Khabib. This is how Conor and Khabib could have gone. Obviously, again, fighting nerds, old school Conor style. Mauricio Rufy is a tall guy, power. He's orthodox though. Good pop shots on, good distance management, good takedown defense. Versus Orobai has got really good wrestling, good grappling, and he's got like real crazy power. You saw his fight against Elvis Brenner when anytime he hit Elvis Brenner, he hurt him. And then also, he has knockouts on the regional scene as well. This will be interesting. I don't know who will win. Who will get the upper hand. It could be Mauricio Rufy defending the takedowns against Orobai and then just picking him apart at range, because I don't know if Orobai is so confident in striking. Or it could be Orobai just pushing the pace, like wrestling pace, which he was able to do against Elvis Brenner. And then on the feet, he could land like heavy bangs. It's gonna be interesting. If I was to choose, maybe Orobai, because his wrestling is really good. He can keep the pace. Mauricio Rufy, he fought a Dagestani on the Contender Series. He was trying to take him down. He defended the takedowns, but he was held, contained in a grappling exchange. And I think Orobai is probably a bit better than the Dagestani guy and will be able to do better in like the wrestling exchanges. So I would go Orobai, but I would not be surprised if Mauricio Rufy wins by just defending the takedowns and picking it apart. Another fight, Ludovic Klein versus Mike Davis. Both guys they moved up from featherweight fairly recently after a few years. Muay Thai kind of guys, really good strikers, dynamic strikers. They mix it up as well. They're really strong, athletic guys. I think I would favor Mike Davis. I think Mike Davis is a little bit bigger. He's got maybe slightly better wrestling, and grappling. Jai Herbert was able to out-grapple Ludovic Klein at times. So I think Mike Davis should be able to. And then on the feet, really even. Both guys are really good, but I think Mike Davis is willing to get a bit more scrappy. I don't know if Ludovic Klein is willing to get as scrappy as Mike Davis, because he fought Nate Landwehr, and Nate Landwehr was pushing the pace on him, making it scrappy on the feet, and it seemed like he didn't like it. Mike Davis has been in a war with Sadiq Youssef, Mason Jones. So I think Mike Davis just pushing like a heavy pace, making it a bit dirty, will get him a victory. Welterweight. I want to see a tournament between Pratas, Danny Barlow, Uros Medic, and Chaos Williams. These guys, these 4 are probably the brightest strikers, the striking prospects at welterweight. The other 3 are more technical. Chaos Williams is more, he just has like scary power. So if he hits you, it doesn't matter how technical you are. If he hits you, it's over. But yeah, any of those matchups. I know Danny Barlow and Uros Medic are already fighting, but any one of those, especially Carlos Prater and Uros Medic. I think it will be interesting. They're both southpaws. They use similar weapons. They've both got nice left hands, nice right hands. Both use teeps. Carlos Prater is more like a slow approach. He likes to just stay there, find his rhythm, and then he'll show something flashy or throw something down the pipe. Uros Medic likes to move around, throw teeps, same as Prater's. Flick out his jab. Any of them will be interesting. Yeah, I don't really mind who wins, but it will be interesting to see who comes out on top. My favorite style, I do like Carlos Prater. I like how he's just flashy. Like that Radke knockout where he grabs his hand, looks at him, screams at him, and just knees him to the body. There's not a lot of body shot finishes, so that was really good. But yeah, any of those matchups would be nice at welterweight. Now, this is my favorite one by far. This is my favorite matchup. Middleweight. It has to happen. Bo Nickel versus Joe Pyfer. I know everyone wants to see this. Now I've said everyone wants to see it. These guys look the same. Nah. But it has to happen. That's all I'm saying. Obviously, Bo Nickel, he hasn't really shown much. He's a bit inexperienced, but he's been doing well. Undefeated. He's kind of got like a kind of boxing, wrestling type thing, but his style is still kind of undefined. He's really accurate when he lands his combos. He's really explosive, got power. Obviously, he's got really good wrestling, good grappling, good ability to control people. Versus Joe Pyfer's really well-rounded. He's got power in his hands. Good. He puts combinations well together. He's got a powerful wrestling, powerful double leg. Can grapple, can submit people. Very well-rounded. He's a big guy for the division. I don't know who will win this, especially if as Bo Nickel starts to get more experience. He's just gonna keep getting better. He'll get more dangerous. Whereas Joe Pyfer, obviously, he's still a prospect. He's still young. He's still growing. Bo Nickel's really raw, and he's already showing a lot. So it could be very interesting. Both guys seem to be like very competitive, very like kind of not intense, but like you can tell it's like it'll be fiery when these two fight. At the moment, if they fought right now, I would say Joe Pyfer. I think Joe Pyfer at this point is better. I don't know if he'll actually win the matchup. Bo Nickel's shown to be smart. He's been in these wrestling matches, like he's fought a lot of competition, so he's just good at finding paths to victory. It would be, yeah, I don't know who will win. I really don't know. But it will be a great matchup. Great matchup. If they do it, they can do it after. I've heard Bo Nickel's fighting in New York. So maybe next year, maybe start of next year, maybe March, because they always do a Vegas card in March. They like putting Bo Nickel in the big cards. So maybe these two can fight on that. But that will be a great matchup. If you like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, slap a like on it. Follow my Instagram, OnlyAlokes, and my TikTok, A Local Choke. I'll leave that in the description. If you want to see any more videos, any videos